So as Pablo introduced me, well, first, thank you for welcoming me here to present the French market, which is a neighbor of Spanish market, and we have some link, especially concerning the pellet production. First of all, what we are the pellet association, like other pellet association in Europe. We have around 100 members, and we are members are coming from all kind of industry, pellet industry, from producer, traders, installers, stores and boiler manufacturer, and so on. Even from plant manufacturer like Prodesa, a Spanish company. And we are having different kind of factions, like a federation or an association. I don't want to go too deep in this. Just 2 points. The first one, we just launched a few months ago a massive open online course for installers. So if you just want to have an idea, for sure it's in French, but you just have to type on your computer ProPellet and MOOC, and you will see it's a full presentation of the project, an explanation for installers and other people interested in creating to have a boiler installed. And on top of that, we have done a study last year to know the image that pellet have by end users, and we were very astonished. You see the figures. 95% of people are satisfied from their pellet equipment, and 96% recommend it to their friends, and the other figures are the same. And we just discovered that Germany has the same kind of figures, and that's why we decided to launch a campaign on the social media, which was very successful. And the name of the campaign was "Happy People Are Eating with Pellet," and it was a way to touch end users, because I think, like here, we have very few money to develop our business and to help our members to develop their business. So the cheapest, the best, and social media is one of them. To talk about French production, so as you see on the map, we have relatively spread industry with different producers from some hundreds of tons until 120,000 tons, spread on all over the market, the country, with 98% certified products from one of the 3 certifications. 2 you know for sure, INplus and INplus. INplus are the best for sure. No, actually, don't say that, it's true. NF is a French certification for pellets, which is only known in France. And it's not because 98% of producers are certified that the 2 left are not producing quality. It's perhaps they are not producing 100% quality, but it's because they are too small and they don't need to be certified to sell their product. Raw material, from what is coming in France, I think it's in most of our countries the same. Sawmills for 50% raw material, and agricultural cooperatives, those who are producing food for animals, they use their machines also to produce pellets. And the last part is not the smallest one, which is about 35%, is companies who have no raw material, like sawmills, or who don't have the equipment, like cooperatives, who decided to invest in pellet production. Pellet production and consumption in France, so you have the figures from last year, until last year, I mean. We reached 1.5 million tons of production for consumption, which is a little bit higher. It's not a miracle. Our producers are following the sales of pellets, stoves and boilers to see what is the trend for the year after. So they increase regularly their capacity or their production. We don't talk about capacities because there are industries where the capacities are enormous, but which are not used for producing 100% or lots of pellets. So we talk only about production, the real production and consumption. For import and export, you see the figures in green and pink. We have always, for years, the same amount of imports, which are about 15 to 20%. It's the same every time, every year. It's growing together with the consumption. So sales, Forgot. This year we reached perhaps, the figures are not sure now, but we reached 1.65 million tons of production. Consumption, difficult to know, it depends on the winter we'll have. For store sales, we have a very active sales of stores. It is slightly decreasing now. We used to have 30% increase, which was incredible. But now we are more in the around 15% per year. Last year we installed 163,000 stores. This year we think we will achieve 180,000 stores. For boiler, it is a complicated market. Some people in the room will not contradict me. I think because of the oil price, which is lots of influencing the sales of boilers. So we have 2 years. We had 2 positive years, but it is nothing compared with what we are going to have this year. So last year we had 44-45% of sales increase. And this year we are more than doubling, so we will reach, I think, 15,000 boilers installed. I will explain more after. So it's really booming, and perhaps more than what I said now. Amount of installed equipment, stores and boilers. So it's we reached last year a kind of sky, I would say, of the million equipments, which was important to communicate for us. Because in France, pellet is always considered as a small part of energy and not so important. But now with the figures we have, we can say a little bit more, even if we represent only 10% maximum of the energy for heat. Consumption is 80% of bags, mainly because our market is soap, but also because a part of the boiler market is installed without any big silos. So we have around 30% now of the sales of boilers which are done with no silo, so that people are using bags. In France, pellet is only used for heating, in opposition with other countries like UK, where you have a big part for electricity. Domestic is the maximum, the major part, and is increasing a lot, as you understood, but also the commercial and non-domestic market is also increasing a lot, together with the rest, but the major part still remains the domestic. The size of installation for boilers is relatively small, mainly under 300 kW, but we have some big installation, not hundreds of them, but a quite numerous number, with 2 to 3 megawatts, mainly for good reasons, because the choice is made on wood, and in cities when the price of square meter is very high, you need to have a big concentration of energy, and pellet is better than wood sheets. And the same for mountains, where you need to have something dry, very dry, and also you don't want to have too many lorries on the roads in the mountains, so you choose also pellets when you want to have wood. So that's why we have some big installation of pellets in France. But compared to Scandinavia, it's nothing. The price, we have a very stable price, even if in some years we have some heat, I would say, in the price. We are always below gas and oil, and the argument we have is really the stability. Even if within a year you can have a 10% increase and after it decrease, it's stability. The major drawback we have, some people will not agree with that, but it's our position, the price is too low. It's really too low, because the industry is not making enough money. And for sure, production, especially traders, it's very difficult to make money on this business, so we need to increase the price of pellet, not by 10% per year, but regularly, because as you see here, for instance, the price, for instance, in 2018, in summer 2018, the price was the same as in 2006. So it's not possible to stay this way. So I think we are not the only one in Europe to be in this position, but we hope that we can increase regularly a little bit, 1% per year, something like that, but not 0 or minus. Martin talked about that a little bit before. We have the chance to have a carbon tax, which was introduced some years ago by the government and which was increased 2 years ago by the new government. You have the trend which was supposed to be. We are now at 44.6 euro per ton carbon equivalent, which is quite good, but it's not enough if we want to compete much harder against gas and oil, especially gas. And now we are stuck at this level because we heard about our yellow jacket. We were demonstrating in the street, and the government said, "Okay, stop increase, but we stick at the same level as in 2018." So we are still at this level, this red bar at 44.6. We hope it will come back, but it's a very, very good thing, carbon tax, because it costs nothing to the government, to the state, and it may pay, well, people who emit carbon are paying, and that's the right way. Sweden has understood that for years, and they have nearly no more oil and gas for heating. So that's a very, very important thing. If we can all have in our country such a strategy from our government, it would be very good. So we are benefiting from quite a good support from our government. In terms of help, we have first a tax credit from 30% of the value of the equipment. So if you buy a stove for 3,000 euro, and you get back 1,000 euro, not exactly, but nearly. And it's a good point. It's a long term. It's for more than 7 years. We have this tax credit, even if it's changing sometime in percentage. But for 4 years, it's 30%. On top of that, we have energy saving certificates, which were very increased in the last months. And that's why we are booming in boiler sales this year. So you reach, with boiler, you can, depending on your revenue, you get 2,500 euro to 4,000 euro for a boiler installation. On top of that, you have other helps of other supports, local one, or with the government, we have another one which is doubling that. So at the end, you have now the possibility in France to get for free an installation of a pellet boiler. So for free it means without any silo, but with a small silo from 100 or 200 kilos. So there is a boom in this market now for we say €1 boiler or €0 boiler. So we see that as a positive trend for two reasons. For one reason mainly, because it's helping people who wouldn't have a chance to use pellet to jump into pellet energy, and that's very positive. There is for sure a risk of quality at the end, but we hope we will not have this problem. Conclusion. So nearly okay. So we have in France a positive mood on renewable energy, and especially on wood. We have quite a good view, even if we have the same problem as you in Spain about the awareness of people, the way people think about wood. You can't cut sometimes a tree because some people say it's not natural and it's bad, but we still have a strong support for wood energy, generally speaking. We have still a strong development of pellet industry. You saw that pellet production is still growing and will continue to grow. We now have sanctions on installations, especially on boiler installation, because of the boom of boiler sales. So we have tension. It's not possible to get a boiler installed, but it means that the industry has to work a lot on that, and we have different action to help new installers to come in the pellet business. I mentioned it already, still too low price of pellets. And my last point is, I did that yesterday, but I think I'm on time with what I heard this morning. I was really shocked by the presentation of the guy from EcoForest, because when I say that, other renewable energy sources, I think for sure about 8 pumps, which are supposed to be renewable, which is for us in the wood industry absolutely not the case. And the guys this morning, I discussed with him this during the lunchtime, we finally didn't agree, but when he said that heat pumps are having 400% efficiency, at least in France it's false. It's not possible to have such an efficiency. And even if you have 400% efficiency, you are using electricity. And you should remember where electricity is coming from. It's coming in Spain, it's coming from majority from fossil resources. In France we have nuclear but also fossil. So in France, for instance, electricity production is as bad as, or even more badder than oil and gas in terms of carbon yes, neutrality, I would say, yeah. So electricity is heavy in terms of carbon, and on top of that, to produce electricity, you have only 20% efficiency, 20 to 30%. So if you add everything at the end, you are really not more renewables. And on top of that, he said also that we have to be careful about resources. So you all know that wood, we have lots of wood in Europe, and that we are only harvesting half of what is growing. So we have wood, but when you hear people telling you, be careful of resources, how can we still heat with wood? Think about something. Who is asking what is the situation of electricity? Do you have enough resources of electricity? And the answer is clearly no. Even in France, each year now, in some weeks, EDF, the French electricity supplier, is saying that he will not be able to follow the consumption during the winter. Just to prevent, to help, to explain to people that there is a risk that they will not have any more electricity. And there is a lack of electricity at a specific period in the year. So it's unfortunately the time when you need electricity for your heat pump. So heat pump is absolutely not a solution. It's one solution, but not the solution. And people who are telling you that heat pump is very dangerous for pellets, it's a competition for sure, but you can't have heat pumps everywhere where you can put energy with wood. So it's a little bit. I was nearly to say something during his presentation, but I was really shocked because he should not. This company is named EcoForest, but I think he should now change the name in Eco. I would say in Spanish, Bomba Calor or something like that. So okay, sorry, but it was my heart was speaking. Thank you very much.